I do not like these headphones. This is so annoying. But for y'all, I will do anything I can. I don't understand why you guys get an echo now, but this is Star Geeks, and I am Sean. Hello.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed coming in from the Imperial Security Bureau.
Oh.
Yes, indeed.
All right. What's up? What's going on, gentlemen? How was y'all's week?
Just good.
Yeah.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Rinse and repeat of life.
God, I don't like
I mean,
this. I don't know how
Yeah.
you guys do it. I really don't know how you guys wear earphones.
just used to it.
Yep.
I've had headphones on the entire 12 years we've been doing the show.
I know, and I haven't, so it's weird to me.
Yeah, you look kind of like a sports broadcaster now.
I don't like
Like
it,
Ed.
Steve. I don't like it. But anyway, although you went to the parks this week, did you see any Star Wars? So you did see a lot of Star Wars stuff, didn't you?
I did. I didn't see anything super exciting and new yet. I saw like a couple, like, you know, I think I told you guys like the Halloween stuff that they're bringing out, the Star Wars stuff.
What's up, Pat?
Pats fan? Nothing new in regards to like the merch. I think they're getting ready to bring out some new lines of clothing. I noticed some stuff on that. So the next time I hit Hollywood, I'll take some photos of the clothing and stuff, and we can talk about that. But I was looking for stuff, and I just didn't find it. They didn't have your Lucasfilm hat, Sean. So I apologize.
I know, man. It's so upsetting. I got to buy one now. I'm just gonna buy one.
So.
That sucks. It sucks because I really wanted that hat, but I'll just buy it.
Yeah, I looked. I even asked, and a lot of people said they didn't even see it in the parks yet. So, like, maybe it's still coming, or maybe they only had a small run, or it was only in California. Because sometimes they do that, right? There's some things that just only come to Florida. Some things only go to California. It happens all the time. Or then it comes to one park or the other a lot later. So, I mean, it could happen. But we'll see. Outside of that, I do have a couple of Star Wars items to show off. One you guys have already seen, and one I found. Because Jenny's a hoarder, and I have things from our past when we worked at Walmart that I thought was kind of cool. So,
nice. Set the way back machine.
I'll show it.
I got a Star Wars thing this week too, but I can't show it because it's in my car.
Oh.
It's one of those visors that makes it look like the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, yeah. Jenny's got that one, too, with Han Solo and everybody, yeah.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
She's a Star Wars nerd. So what I got, and I have other things from this release, this time back in August, I believe, 1996. But I found the Star Wars Trilogy Special Edition pin that we all wore on our vests at Walmart.
Nice.
That I still have. So I have I think it's a 5-foot banner as well. Vinyl banner in my garage rolled up of the trilogy release that Jenny somehow got. And we've had it the whole time.
Bringing home store props.
Of course.
That's what's up.
Just like you, Ed.
Yeah.
And
I got them too.
And I know some of you who watched the regular show saw this, but of course I wanted to share it again. Is my Return of the Jedi Yoda collectible eraser. You know, I love the card art. I might go back because they had one of the red guards. Why am I drawing a blank on the names?
Imperial Royal Guard.
Imperial Royal Guard. Yeah, they had an Imperial Royal Guard on a Jedi card as well, but it was like the Emperor's throne room card on that one. So
you use that eraser for enough, it'll look like Yoda's death. Like half his head will be gone.
I know. You can see a little. You can see a little bit of it fading, like in the package, right? Because like some of that little paint came off. Because I'm sure it was like a pink eraser that they just painted, but it's still really cool. Like It's not a pencil top one. There's no hole in his bottom.
Oh, what?
But sits on your desk.
You know, we know you were looking
I'm
for
looking
that hole in the bottom.
Perfect size.
Unopened puzzles. That's always a good thing.
Oh yeah, I was looking at some of those too, Pat's fan. Like I found some stuff. It's just like I wasn't, I kind of want coloring books and stuff like that, like some of the oddball stuff. Of course, here's Sean with his.
Yeah, he told us about it before, but hadn't opened the box. Now here it is.
Well, I got this fucking thing.
You gotta go big screen.
I'm
Yeah.
maximizing.
Dude, it's very hard to like it. Granted, this thing is light as shit, which I love it actually because the customization of it can be you could do whatever you want. But this is the Home Depot R2D2, and it is very nice, but it's a bitch to like figure out all that kind of cool stuff. It's very lightweight, as you can see, so it's good. It's a good thing. It screws in the same way. My problem with mine was it was a little broken right here, but it's cool. I'm gonna fix it because I'm gonna repaint the head and all that kind of cool stuff. Unfortunately, I can't put it anywhere because I got a lot of shit over here. But the head rotates a little, and it actually makes sounds. I can actually turn it on. Give me 1 second, if I can get it right. Hold on, R2.
Yep.
What's up, Lolo?
What's up, Lolo?
Hold on.
Yep,
he did get one.
Pulled the trigger.
I probably should have as well.
Seeing him with that, it reminds me, and I need to find a picture of it. I think I was in 7th or 8th grade art class. I made a giant paper mache R2D2.
So mind you, I'm repainting. I'm gonna repaint it this weekend. I'm gonna repaint the whole top, this whole area right here. But when you turn it on,
we can't see it at all. Just
I know, dude. It's
you're like pointing at things, and we're like,
yeah, I know, dude. Give me 1 second.
That's cool, man. No, he hooked up his to his Alexa to turn it on.
I know. I think you can do a lot of that shit, dude. I took out the wires from the base because I hated the base, and the base was like very big. So I was like, you know what? I took all that shit out and I repurposed it, and then I ended up taking the electronics out of the base and putting them inside of the R2D2, which is good. And then
so it still moves and stuff with
it. The base doesn't move a little. It's just the head moves, which that's all you really need.
Oh, so its
to be
legs
honest.
don't move like okay.
Yeah. I think it's plugged in. I hope so. Shit. That might not work. Yeah. I don't know. I have to probably
Get
fix
that music cue, Ed.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's not working right now, but whatever.
You want the
Oh, there it is. Ha.
Oh, now
It's working now. It's working now.
Had to hit
we
the
just
on
put some
button.
pressure on him.
You did. I appreciate that pressure. I mean, it's still tough though to figure out. And then you gotta. It's like activated like from the voice area, but you can see.
Does it have instructions?
You can see from here. It it lights up, like all the way to the back. All that lights up.
That's cool.
And it moves once you. It's like because it's there it is. You see.
Yeah.
So it's actually not voice activated, but if you walk, you know what I mean, and it does make sounds. I got it turned down. Let me see if I can turn it up.
You know he is Fernando.
Yeah, that's
his-
part of the. He's
God.
yeah.
His specialty.
Only on this Star Wars show can you see somebody fisting R2D2.
Eye.
Well, I got the eyeball out, so like but it's cool though. Like again, this is really it for $300. It is
Yeah.
a fucking great piece. Like I don't know if you can talk to it, but visually, like yeah,
Sounds like you can.
yeah, it's weird. Yeah, but
See, now
I
you
mean,
come home after a long, hard day, and you sit down there and you just have a one-on-one with R2D2. Just tell him your problems. He'll whoop-de-whoop on the
He'll
side.
solve
and
it all
you'll-
for you. Yeah.
yeah, Fernando, I am gonna weather it. I'm gonna do all the tricks of the trade to it. I'm actually gonna upgrade the lighting inside of it. Because in the original R2, this piece right here actually flickers.
Yeah.
So I ordered the upgrades to this. All this stuff can come off, which is really great. So it's really is fully customizable. I got the right paint to actually paint the dome. So I'm gonna paint the dome this weekend.
Give it a little
And
more
then
metallic look. Is that what
yeah,
it'll
yeah,
be?
yeah. I got a metallic paint for it, and then I got the metallic blue paint. That's actually the exact blue color to the top. So I'm gonna do all that, and then add pieces onto it and stuff like that. But there's a lot of upgrade kits and shit like that for it. So yeah, it's a great piece though. Like again, Star Wars related shit. Like if you're a Star Wars fan and you can find one of these motherfuckers, or you just can get it, it is an awesome piece. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like hands down, a very underrated piece. Actually, I'm gonna say underrated because for the price, if you want a full scale R2D2, you got to pay shit almost
Oh.
$2,000.
Yep.
For one. So at this point, and it moves, and if you really wanted to customize like all the way, you can actually get this motherfucker to roll, and you can put it on a remote control. I've seen people do the customization of this thing, and it is ridiculous, man. I think Star Wars Addict 88, he actually made an RD5, I think. Is it RD5, Ed? Or R5 D5 or some shit? I don't know. I always forget.
With a bad motivator.
Yeah. Well, he made one out of one of these, and it
Oh,
looks
yeah?
it looks really fucking good. So he did a hell of a job. So yeah, dude, it's limitless to what you can do with some of the Star Wars shit, man. But to me right now, this is a really great piece, and I'm a fuck with it, and I'm a customize it. I'll take pictures after I'm done with it, and all that cool stuff. So
I can't wait to see what you do with it.
yeah, yeah. If you find one in the wild, don't hesitate to pick it up. I'm gonna be honest with you. It is one of those pieces where you like, yeah,
I
you
mean,
need it part of your collection.
You're gonna need a pretty big flashlight to fill that hole with.
Well, I don't think I need a big one. I'm good. This is all me. This is all me, Alil.
Well, that'll
That's
hurt. You
all.
need some protection. Yeah.
Stupid. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that, Pacino, until you've said that. That is insane.
That's
Well, it's
insane.
also a decade plus
Yeah,
later,
but
right?
still.
Man,
3 times
Inflation.
the amount. Yeah. Oh,
that's crazy work. Whatever. All right, so that's all I got. It's
awesome.
cool. Yeah. That's it. Ed, you got news, and we're gonna get in tonight. We're gonna get into the first 2 episodes of Light and Magic on Disney Plus. And I know Lil and Steve have not watched it, so I'm very curious of what they think about what they saw on the show. So, and I'll
I
let you take
actually
it
have
away.
watched it before.
I didn't know. You never told me you watched it.
Yeah.
And I only got episode 1. So sorry. I know. I feel like that so many times when you don't watch movies that we talk about all week.
I don't watch horror movies, but I review every single movie that we watch. Are you you know what it is, Steve? It's spite. I feel like you're always trying to spite me.
Here's the other thing. I had to watch 2 horror movies today, and one of them
watched
was
the
the
wrong
wrong fucking movie. So if I wouldn't have had that snafu,
Well, that's why I said let's do only review episode 1, because I didn't think you guys were gonna have time to do it.
it's
So
okay. Though, but I'm assuming you're gonna break everything down. But I liked episode 1. So.
I mean, Ed will break it down, but we'll definitely play it. I got Disney Plus.
Now we
too,
need
so.
a GIF of Ed like dancing. Like Ed's gonna break it down.
I think I could probably get that made for us.
I'll let you get into your news, man.
right, in the Star Wars news, the worlds are literally colliding. Star Wars and Marvel Universe collide in A Hope Assembles comic series. It's coming out this January, written by Kevin Smith, and it is a 5-part that has kind of continuation covers. Which
That's cool.
I
like that cover.
Well, here, I'll show you what they all look like. A little bit larger. So these are the first. Well, I don't know if this is the correct order, but yeah, the villains one, of course, with Vader and Doom side by side is fantastic.
I didn't think I didn't think I needed these, but now I do.
Oh, I definitely need these. Yeah,
I just want like a poster print. Like I don't want the comics.
I'll take all the above. I'll read the comics because I'm excited to see what they do and how the characters interact in a crossover.
I'm definitely getting the first issues of these shits, dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
So exciting stuff.
When do they drop?
January is when the first episode or the first in the series will drop.
Damn.
So,
all right. Midtown Comics, here I come.
Of course, it's again one of those things of I aside from needing it for my own personal piece, but also for my other personal side of it, there's no comic book stores near me. Sucks.
I got you. I'll get the I'll be in I'll be in New York, but I'll get the variant covers. I'll try to get I want a variant cover of this shit. I know the variant cover is gonna be really expensive, but I'm gonna need it.
So
yeah, I got you.
Immediately in the next couple days, it's time for D23. So the question is, what do we expect versus what do we want to see from Star Wars at D23? Are we thinking an Ahsoka season 2 information and potential trailer? Might we get information in a trailer for Starfighter? Are they going to announce any new projects? What do you think? What are we getting?
All of the above.
I think Ahsoka season 2 definitely. I'm pretty sure. I don't think we're going to get any new series coming out. Like I'm very curious to see what is in the works, but definitely Maul season 2. But yeah, definitely Maul season 2. I'm going to be surprised if they do. I'm 100% sure there'll be another animated TV show coming out. It seems like those are fucking easy for Star Wars to produce at this point.
With
like an anthology, you mean, Sean, or like another?
No, just another series. Like it could do like the Jedi one and the Sith one. Like maybe they'll combine those or something. Because there were some stories that were kind of left open too.
Or what about a Mandalorian one?
I don't know.
What did we get so far? We got Tales of the Jedi, Tales of the Empire.
Yeah.
Tales from the Dark Side. Oh wait, that's a awesome.
Tales of the Old Republic or something, maybe.
So I'm just trying to think of what else would.
That'd be weird if that Tales from the Dark Side. Like Star Wars.
That should be tight as shit though.
Which is awesome. I don't know. I'm thinking like next year the focus is going to be on Starfighter. So like that's what the efforts are going to be. Like I don't know if they're looking
Starfighter and Ahsoka. Most likely.
Right. I don't know if we're going to get a full trailer for Starfighter, but definitely a teaser probably.
Like a sizzle.
Well, but I don't know if we're going to get it. Right.
That was the next question.
People at D23 are going to get it, and maybe there'll be some leaks.
How the fuck aren't you at D23? Getting us the deets.
This is California, man. I'm not flying out to California for this.
You shouldn't.
Work related. Come on, man.
Work related.
Don't come over here. Everything's on fire.
Insurance business.
Don't do it.
I'm not. Yeah, I am in the insurance business, not entertainment.
We need to be insured with what's coming out.
No, you don't. you hear me, Lil? No, you don't. Yeah. You stay right where you at.
I am. Yeah, I think it's really Maul. I think it's going to be Maul, Ahsoka, Starfighter. That's it. That's just my guess. And maybe some other things. Maybe I don't know. Well, merch.
Here's a wish. A wish is that they are going to give us a jump forward in time where we get Grogu as not a baby anymore. That's
You keep asking
Yo.
for it, you ain't getting it.
Yo, Steve, I'm
You
with
are
you,
not
dog.
getting it.
Yo, man, if this fucking little baby don't grow the fuck up already, I'm tired. I'm tired
It's
looking at
been
this little baby,
years
man.
of the baby. I get it. The baby's cute. We can always go back and look at the cute baby. I don't need more cute baby.
The baby makes money. They ain't
Yep.
changing that baby
is-
anytime soon.
It is exhausting.
Well, we say that.
I
that
agree.
baby Groot, you know,
Yeah.
was
One
a
movie,
huge
and he was
deal.
done.
And then they did grow Groot up, and then now he looks crazy. But they still sell the baby Groot merch, right? Like that merch is still coming
I know.
out.
Look, Grogu as a baby Grogu is going to be around forever. I'm just saying we don't need any more.
Yeah, but I don't
Need to
think
move forward.
we're seeing Mando for a while. Unless he shows up in Ahsoka at some point, as a tie-in.
Which is weird.
But-
They can very easily put Mando in anything because they don't need Pedro Pascal. Just
Correct.
You really
just
don't.
put
I'm gonna
somebody
be
in a
honest.
helmet. And at this point, like you could get a guy that just kind of sounds like Pedro. It's not like his voice is like super iconic in, or discernible from any other stormtrooper or anybody else, really.
I mean, really, you can keep Brendan Wayne and what's it, the Lateef? I forgot the other guy. I forgot his last name. I just keep them as Mandalorians. Like, we're okay with this. We don't need to see like this. Let's keep it Boba Fett. No more helmet. No more of that shit. Let's just go. I don't.
Right. If they wanted Pedro's voice too, like he's filming movies for, there's still. I'm sure there's gonna be reshoots and stuff on Doomsday. It's just like, hey, run into the sound booth and say these 5 lines.
Yeah,
Throw
he
it
doesn't
in.
exactly have a lot of dialogue.
And
Yeah,
you
is it now that I would say Mandalorian flopped? We'll say it flopped. Is it worth to even do a Mandalorian movie anymore? Is it just let's keep it TV? Like, where do we go from here with this?
You have to pick one. You have to pick one. You either have to
Right.
do TV or you have to
Mhm.
do a movie, but you can't do TV
for the
as
movie.
a movie,
Yeah.
which is what the problem was.
Yeah.
The spectacle wasn't that much bigger than the movies. There
agree.
was a couple scenes, or than the show. There was a couple scenes, right? The walkers and going down the mountain and all that. Yeah, that was movie magic shit. But then, like, none of the rest of it was. So
I agree.
So I'm going to jump out of line in my own slides only because as we're talking about things they could announce, there's something that's kind of running out there in the rumor mill. And that is that Dave Bautista has, and this is rumor only, it's no credible source, but has reportedly been cast in Star Wars.
But I thought he was going to be God of War guy.
Well, I mean, if he's filming that now and they're talking about kind of just getting things rolling with it, they're not going to do production on anything.
I like
to win.
Batista, but he's got a weird shaped head, and I don't think he would do good as Kratos.
That we'll have to wait and see. It sucks
but Darth
because
Bane. Darth Bane.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's first thing
I'm
that
with
came
you,
to mind
Steve.
for me. Darth Bane.
It's just like Kratos is like a very long face, maybe you stick a long beard on Batista and it works, but I don't know. He's got a really
Round
head.
Yeah.
But Darth Bane, did you ever I listened to the audiobook. Did you guys ever read or listen to?
I am in the middle of reading the volume 2 in that trilogy.
The audiobook has fucking music and sound effects and all kinds of shit. It's awesome. So
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah, I figure I'll listen to them and add them to my collection once I actually finish reading them.
but that Darth Bane story is fucking crazy. That guy has some opinions.
I audio book the Darth Plagueis one, which was
That's
good.
good.
Which
I
was
like
really
that.
good. Yeah, I actually like that one.
The
That
best
was-
part was when he grabbed that one Jedi and he fucking broke his back over his knee.
Mm.
No, nothing.
He's a beast.
Darth Bane Batman joke. Never mind.
Oh, I never
shut up,
watched,
Tom.
I never listened or read the Darth Bane, so I didn't pick
This
up
guy.
on it.
Yeah, see, you got to have me jump to my other. There you go.
Yeah. Well,
There
it
you
would have. It was funny for somebody. out there.
Maybe.
Was it though?
Maybe. I don't know.
It was not you, somebody.
Well, on a piece of obscure news, Star Wars Battlefront, we're talking about 2005. That game has been out for over 20 years. They just found an Easter egg in it after all this time, and it's kind of cool. To where if you name your character Wampa and you go to the Endor battlefield, normally your option is to use the sniper scout trooper. But when you put that name in and go to that, you actually can play as the Wampa on that field.
Oh, wow.
Which I thought was cool because as they broke it down and talked about the details, it was something that the designers hid in the main game code. A lot of times when they do things like this, they'll put it in the code that the modders can go in and find. So they usually find that right away. The fact that it kind of sat hidden and undiscovered for 20 years was both a cool concept to run around Endor as a Wampa killing everybody, but also they kept it hidden for so long. So
I don't know why they don't do that in the new game.
Wampa likes the cold weather. I feel like he would get tired really quickly on the forest moon of Endor. It's awfully humid.
Well, that's why he's angry at killing everything.
Not the right temperature.
It's hot. So this story has two different levels. First off, I pulled the different titles from all the different folks who are covering this. And this is one of the things in the media that just drives me insane. So you can see it's Star Wars officially cancels another movie. Star Wars franchise confirms scrapped movie amid box office failure. Disney officially cancels planned Star Wars movie. All of these headlines are basically bullshit.
Yeah.
Because the story behind it. So you have Simon Farnaby, who had written Wonka and Paddington 2. He was kind of working on this with Paul King. And in the article, he says that he wrote these movies, and he's quoted as saying, they were like, we really need it to be Star Wars movie, because he says that his idea was a movie based around a robot that did not involve any of the key Star Wars characters. So they told him, we really need it to be a Star Wars movie, which is probably why it didn't get turned into a Star Wars movie. But we really didn't nail it. So Farnaby goes on to say that the concept of the film is being reworked into another project outside of the Star Wars universe, explaining that Disney basically said it's not right for Star Wars, but if you want to rework it as a sci-fi film, that's perfectly fine. So it's a guy who puts together a proposal to do a Star Wars movie. So my first thing is, and I don't know if this is legitimately what he said, but if you're going to pitch a Star Wars idea, I'm going to give you a little hint. They're called droids. You go in and you pitch a Star Wars movie and call them robots, it's never going to get off the ground. Just my 2 cents right out of the gate. But we've always said that in order to be in the universe, it has to feel like it belongs in the universe. So this was never a Star Wars movie to begin with. And yet the news leads make it sound like, oh, look, this, like, shut the hell up.
Ed, this is my life every day.
Irritating.
Anything with the name Disney on it gets blown out of proportion.
Yeah.
To the 10th degree. Like this wasn't even a thing.
No.
But it became a thing just because it's clickbait. And then you read it and it has nothing to do with anything.
No. Nothing whatsoever. So that is what grinds my gears in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah, obviously.
Just like
grinds my gears in the entire universe. So.
Yeah, it's for everything does that. Like there's been whole articles written about Elder Scrolls 6 because like some lady played it and tweeted out like a thing that says Elder Scrolls 6 asterisk, and everyone's like, oh, she put 8 asterisks. That means it could whole articles. It's just like, God damn, dude. Like you have nothing else. Like go like look at a tree. What are you doing?
Or I've seen some fans backlash on Spider-Man Brand New Day villain, and it's like 3 people commented on Twitter that they didn't like that it was Jean. Spoiler alert. And and it's made $2 billion already. It's like, yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of backlash, but you want to get your clickbait.
Yeah, but Jean wasn't the villain. It was Damage Control.
So exactly.
They can go fuck themselves. If what they took away from the movie was Jean was the bad guy, you're dumb.
Yeah.
You're dumb. But that's for clickbait shit, you know. Oh, why I hated the movie, but I really loved it. I've seen people talking about Game of Thrones, why they hated the last episode of Game of Thrones, or the last episode of House of Dragons. And I'm like, man, are y'all fucking reaching? Like, oh, he stabbed him in his butt. Like, are you stupid?
That was awesome. That motherfucker is great.
Awesome, Steve. Fucking awesome.
House Stark for the win every time.
Every fucking time.
Yeah, he did stab him in the ass on purpose.
We'll be doing our House of Dragons season finale reviews one day this week. I don't know what day, but we will be doing it. Just a heads up on that one. So stay tuned for that. And that's all you got?
That's it for the news.
All right, let's get into the first 2 episodes of Light and Magic. You know, I actually forgot we had that. I just kind of pulled it. I appreciate you, Steve.
Oh, you made that one.
Oh, all right. Well,
you appreciate.
I can appreciate you, right? You know. Oh, he
not for the wrong reasons.
All right. So, Light and Magic it's actually a documentary about Industrial Light and Magic and how they first started is in 1970, I guess 76, 77, something like that. They started
75.
75. Okay, yeah, 75 in a warehouse in Van Nuys, California, to create a groundbreaking visual effects for the 1977 film Star Wars, led by John Dykstra. This small original team of artists, engineers, and students revolutionized modern cinema and just everything. Like literally every fucking blockbuster movie that we've watched since 1977 on up. Industrial Light and Magic has something to do with it. And to me, that is probably, again, we're just getting into the first 2 episodes of this, but overall, I think it's just, you know, it's really magic of what they did and what they could create out of small things. And I think that to me is just literally phenomenal. The documentary, I think I'm not 100%, but I'm pretty sure that Joe Johnston did the documentary. I gotta actually look it up, but I think he did. And
no, wasn't it Kirshner that did this?
No. The documentary of this,
yeah,
for Light and Magic. No, Kirshner didn't do it. No, it was Joe Johnston. I think he produced it. I think, and I'm pretty sure. Kirshner
sure directed by.
You sure?
Watch the.
Let's see. I'm about to find out.
Pull up the IMDb now.
I'm pulling it up now. It wasn't Kirshner. Kirshner's not around anymore, I don't think.
It might be a relative. I saw the last name Kirshner.
Yeah, I don't know. It didn't say. I'm looking it up. I can't find it. But all right, we'll get to the first episode. The first episode was called Gang of Outsiders. An unlikely team comes together to create the effects in new space films called Star Wars. The Star Wars. That's what it was called originally. And I know you got...
I just have I have only a few visuals. I figured this is more just to kind of talk about it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I can bring it up too. I got Disney Plus pulled up too. So
it's just one of those things to where, you know...
My bad. It's Lawrence Kasdan. I knew it was
Lawrence Kasdan. Thank you, love. Thank you. Okay. Appreciate that. Yeah.
You know, it's truly lightning in a bottle that was captured here. And it's great because in the documentary, and when you look back, I mean, it kind of works along the same lines because, as Lucas, and we get this part of it at the beginning of episode 2 when it's more focused on what Lucas's vision was in his history and how he got to the point of creating things for Star Wars and ILM. But a lot of it was World War II driven. And as a study of history, you look at history and you're like, all of these little things that could have happened to completely change the trajectory of things just fell into place and created something you would have never thought possible. And ILM is at the top of that list when it comes to Star Wars because it makes you wonder. And this is one of those what ifs. So you have George Lucas, who is the creator and is credited as much as he should be for Star Wars. But had ILM not done what they did, so it's almost one of those things. Could you take a different 1970s sci-fi director, Scott, Spielberg. I mean, if you swap one of them out with Lucas and give them ILM, could you have created something like Star Wars? Because I'm certain if you go the other direction, and if you have Lucas's vision for the story, but you don't have ILM, it is not what it is today.
I agree.
Not even close.
Not even close. I really wanted to get Alil's and Steve's take on the documentary. And Steve, I know you only watched the first episode, but I would actually like, because I know this is the first time you watched it. So and Alil's already watched it. I actually want to know, how did you feel about it just watching the first episode of this?
Irritated with how fucking easy it seemed. Like everybody got a goddamn job at Star Wars. Everyone just walking around like, oh, I don't know. I fucking was doing cable cars, and then I was over here fucking off for an hour. And then this guy called me and was like, you want to work on this movie? And I was like, fuck yeah. And I went over there and I started doing this. It's like, it just seemed so easy. For everybody. It was like, I just like building stuff. So I got a job over here. I'm like, I like building shit too.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, and then I just, great.
Yeah, I don't know. I just fucking walked in there. I found out I was good at making models.
You guys do understand this is how shit worked up until probably about 15, 16 years ago. You could just walk into fucking play like real shit. Like the job
longer than that, but you're right. I mean, because
20 years ago,
even if you watch the documentary on the building of Disney World and Disneyland and all those things that were from the 60s, 70s, 50s, you go back I'd say probably 1980 is when a lot of this shift happened where you had to become professionals, right?
I agree.
And so you're right. It sucks. We were born in the wrong. Yeah, exactly. We were born in the wrong era, but that's why we got to benefit from seeing these creations, right?
I'm saying, man, it's bullshit. You cannot just be good at shit and get a job now. You have I have a job, I'm good at it, but I have no passion. It's not like I fucking was a kid know what I want to be when I grow up. Whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. No.
But you look at all these companies that are the pillars, right? They were just formed out of nothing, or it was just a couple of guys in a room. Even companies that like Amazon and Google and Apple. All the same shit, right? It's all the same shit. Steve Jobs lied about learning how to make video games to Atari, and started just figuring out in a garage, and then made Apple.
All that happened before cell phones and internet. We live in a different age.
You could do that. You could do that then. Now it's it's just not. This is not. You can't do it now. And these guys struggled for years. Not like they didn't fucking not struggle. They struggled for years.
You can see it in the thing. They're all walking around barefoot and torn jeans and just
But who gives a shit?
They had no health insurance.
It's easy to look at the successes. How many do we not know about?
Exactly. How many have failed? There's so many that did. So my takeaway here is
well, I didn't get Steve's takeaway of it. He just ran on a fucking rant.
Go ahead.
Crashed out.
I enjoyed I especially liked the Millennium Falcon when he was talking about and showing all the concept art that went into that. That was really good. The camera mechanics of how it moved and like the Berkeley
Yeah.
stuff. All that was
Yeah.
really good. I just kept
Yeah.
getting irritated at these old guys.
Well, that's the other interesting part. They're not like I put this together just to give you a visual idea of how old they were.
Oh,
So
no,
you
no.
got
Yeah.
George
No, I
Lucas
mean,
is
they're old now.
31. Dykstra's 27.
Mm.
Edlund, who's running along with Dykstra, running the show, he's the old man in the group at 34. And then they talk about, but look at the rest, these 25, 24, 29, 21, 20s. I mean, they were kids.
Yeah, very young.
They were just kids, you know, and that was part of the whole thing.
Yeah, so we made wrong choices in our lives, Ed. Thank you for keep telling me that. That I'm almost 50 and I've made every wrong turn that I possibly could take. I get it, Ed.
Listen.
Well, that's the thing is those guys, they just happened to, somebody handed them a winning lottery ticket. They had no idea. It was like,
They
The
didn't know.
70s were different.
just show
Half
up.
of those
and do
people
shit.
just like lived in Arizona and hitchhiked all the way to Hollywood and started working in movies. Like you can't do that shit now.
So
Look how they came to the falling apart. I mean, if they didn't pull their shit together at the end, they'd all just lost their jobs and been on the street.
So I'll let you get to your point, but for me, there's one thing that I really fucking point out in all these documentaries that I do watch, and when it gets current, you start to see more. But there were no minorities, dude, and like it saddens me a little bit in many ways. To like, where were all the minorities at during this time when ILM was getting off the ground? You're trying to tell me that there were no black guys out there, there were no Asian guys out there. There were a couple after like Jedi and maybe after Empire, but during this time it's like, damn, like where was the minorities at? But this was the 70s. So it was a little bit more like,
Oh, and they talked about how this formed to where, you know, it was, you know, in this era, I mean, you and I are a good example. We're good friends and have similar interests to where if somebody came to you or came to me and said, hey, I got
Right.
this thing. You want to do this? You know anybody who's interested? Like,
yeah.
I would reach out. I mean, in the 70s, I don't think that the interracial kind of even friendships were what they are today. So
I don't think
if you
so.
ask this
The
one
only
guy, say, bring me 4 friends, his 4 friends are probably all white guys.
Yeah, I agree. The only person that I think really had more world was Richard Edlund because he did everything. So like with everything he did, like I'm pretty sure he did, but like it's just interesting to me. Like, you know what I mean? Like I always get a little poo-pooed by it. I'm like, damn, and like I actually reached out to actually one of the guys who did a lot of the documentary stuff for Star Wars. And I asked him, I was like, hey, were there any minorities that actually worked on during these times during Empire and Jedi and this? He gave me one guy. And this one guy was the
Billy D.
hand
Williams.
of no. I'm talking about I'm talking about inside.
I know. I'm just joking. This is Billy D. Williams just did everything.
Right.
Jamie
There was this
Jones.
one. There was the one guy who actually did work on Jedi, but he didn't have like a huge presence. But and I actually had to thank the guy. His name was Hector Cruz, but the guy's name was Harold Cole, and he worked at Industrial Light and Magic in the early '80s, and he was a stage support tech, and he actually played Darth Vader for one shot in Return of the Jedi when his
awesome.
glove hold he actually held Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, and I actually have a picture of the guy actually, and that was the guy.
Nice.
Yeah, yep, and he's long passed away, but that's it. Like it's very interesting though, but I had to find out who this man was. Like I was just curious, you know. So
It sounds
Yeah.
like you need to reach out to George Lucas and be like, "What's up, man?"
I agree. Like I would love to be honest at that point, but like I mean, I probably could to be honest. Who knows? His wife, is a black woman who's really into like historical black art and stuff like that. So yeah, cool shit. But yeah, that's it.
Santino said, "What are you talking about, man? Vader was black."
Now I'm talking about
No, I know. I'm just
Yo, I didn't even think about what Santino said. Yo, he's stupid as shit. That was a good one, Santino.
good
Lil,
at
go ahead.
that.
I'll let you. I'm sorry, Lil. Like your take on it. I apologize. I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off. Sorry.
it's you look at and you think about Star Wars and the trilogy and the all the movies and the big focus is on Lucas. And yes, it was his vision. It was his story. He had what he wanted, but I don't think I knew how involved and amazing John Dykstra was in this effort. And, of course, John Dykstra goes on to make an even better movie in Spider-Man, doing all the special effects for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man.
But did you know that, though? You didn't know that, though.
I knew that.
Okay.
I knew John Dykstra did Spider-Man and did Star Wars.
Okay.
I also didn't know the follow-up, which we'll get to in episode 3.
It's like I always thought like, oh, George Lucas just kind of came up with everything. It's like George Lucas went to this one dude and was like, I need a different spaceship, and that dude designed the Millennium Falcon, and then George Lucas was like, I like it, build it.
Well, yeah, same with, like you said, with Joe Johnston.
Directions.
Yeah, Joe Johnston doing the Millennium Falcon, right? Like Joe Johnston, director of Captain America: First Avenger. I'm just gonna keep
but the great shit is a little. But this is the crazy
director
part
of Jurassic Park 3.
Without Star Wars, you would have never got this shit. You would have never got the way that it was presented. Ain't that some shit?
It's true in a sense, right? There's always
Hall
got to
of
be
Fame
that
group.
start. It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
I agree.
They won an Oscar for a reason, right? Like, I'm not saying anything, but you also, in an alternate timeline, who knows what we would have gotten? Nicholas Hammond would have been on TV as Spider-Man Forever. No, but like John Dykstra, like his impact, I was shocked at how impactful his work was and important getting everything done. And I think that was my biggest takeaway was he doesn't get enough credit for all the work. We talk about a lot of the artists. We talk about Phil Tippett. We talk about, of course, George. We talk about, Kirshner, Kasdan. We talk about all these other guys, but we don't talk about Dykstra enough.
I agree.
And I think that to me is a disservice to the man.
Well,
like he did so much. He built the way they film this shit. Like,
the Dykstra camera. Like that's what they call that shit.
Like, exactly. So like it's
Dykstra
like
flex.
What the hell is going on? Like, and I get it. He's had a wonderful career. He's done so much in the industry.
He did Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, he did. Well, he was doing that in the interim while they were waiting to figure out if they were going to do the sequel. Yeah. So it's nuts.
It's one of those things to where it's like if you have a championship sports team, you look at those superstar players who made the plays. You don't always talk about the coach.
But I don't see him as a coach, right? Like to me, it's like
offensive coordinator.
George was the Jordan in this thing, but Dykstra should be considered the Pippin.
I agree.
Because he did so much work. Like, he was kind of that crazy hippie guy that was kind of that, but he also like, if it wasn't for his vision on how to build these cameras and how to do all this stuff, none of this would have been made. Like George's ideas would have been unfilmable.
Well, and I don't think they talked about it in this series. Dykstra was not Lucas's first choice.
So, I remember hearing that somewhere. Like,
because Dykstra worked for Doug Trumbull. Now, I have a slide of just some of Doug Trumbull just to kind of put into visual perspective.
I'll stop sharing. Go ahead.
So Trumbull is known for Star Trek: The Motion Picture, Close Encounters, 2001: Space Odyssey, Blade Runner. That's who Lucas wanted, but Trumbull was not available. Dykstra worked for him and kind of fell into that spot. So here's again one of those moments in history to where if Trumbull would have been available and taken on this, we would not have gotten Star Wars as we know today.
Shit.
He got his second pick and it worked out to our advantage.
I agree.
So, and
It could have been better.
Oh shit!
Just
It
saying,
could have been.
I mean,
throwing it out there.
it
Could have
could have
been.
So here's another interesting behind the scenes thing behind this. So as we talked about, Dykstra created the Dykstra Flex, the motion control camera. So the part of the reason that came into being is that John Dykstra, Jerry Jeffries, and Alva Miller worked at UC Berkeley Environmental Simulation Laboratory as an NSF-funded project to study how camera movement affected whether simulated environments looked believable. This was one of the school projects he worked on before having this job. So it put his mind in a position to think of these angles, these motions, these things are what, when we as the viewers see it, will look at it and believe we're there. His class helped bring the vision to the camera, which brought us to this.
Damn.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And as they talk about the story, and of course they talk about how, you know, they were basically building the airplane while they're flying it.
They were fucking just, it did not matter. They were just building shit as they go. And this shit could have came out awful. I'm going to be honest with you. It could have came out really bad, but it wasn't that. It just didn't come out that way, dude. It was like, it just wasn't the case, man. The planes, I mean, not the planes, but the ships that they built, like all that stuff, man. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, Santino,
I've never heard fuck sauce, but
you're gonna get him all.
Get them all riled up. Go ahead, Ed.
And another thing to just put into perspective is we're so like what we're doing right now. I mean, we're talking about something we enjoy. You've got, well, Sean and I are close together, but Steve's in California, Lil's in Florida. We're having this conversation all at the same time. When this took place, Lucas is in England and these guys are in California. There's no communication.
Yeah, they were fucking around.
They're all on an island for a year. I mean, it made it seem like they're fucking around, but they're building the technology. They couldn't make the shots because the technology didn't exist. They had to build the tech first. So
and that was my second takeaway. Is like George was an ass because like he got mad about this shit that they weren't further along, but they were building something that didn't exist.
And that was his request.
Exactly. Like it didn't freaking exist.
But
like, they had to figure this shit out.
To his defense, you figure his name is on the line. He was using his personal money that he earned from American Graffiti to help make this happen.
Yeah, and that's why he became a billionaire.
Of course. I mean, he won because of it, but he also realized that, you know, I hired these kids to do the impossible. I come back and I'm going to be ruined. I'm never going to work in this industry again. I'm going to lose all of my money because these kids are fucking around in a hot tub that they built instead of making me my movie shots. So I can see why he's well, I don't even know it's overreacting, but reacting the way that he did. And, you know, maybe it was that fire that lit under their ass that all of a sudden it's like, oh shit, let's get this done.
It's true.
So
yeah, but he didn't need to be that big of an ass.
Yeah, well, we all know how bosses can be.
How did you guys feel about Phil Tippett and Dennis Muren? They had a really great relationship during the filming of this. There's a lot of things that I didn't know about Phil Tippett. Yeah, I watched this already, but he had a lot of issues, personal issues that he had, but that's later on though. But I love how they like take the Ray Harryhausen stuff, and they like it's really good because we all know it. It's like the Sinbad movies and all that kind of stuff.
What's weird is when they were talking about that, I was thinking back to like, for me, that was like Nightmare on Elm Street, freaking the first Scream. These are the movies when I was watching, going like, I could get into doing something like this. Sci-fi was much later for me, but horror,
yeah,
it was that same feeling, like, ooh, that could be fun. And then I tried it, and it's really hard.
It is so hard.
It's so hard to make a movie.
So some of the other kind of deep knowledge in this, they talk about them using VistaVision, but I don't know if anyone really understands when they talk about using that technology, because they say in this documentary that they used VistaVision and it was an older technology and they brought it back for it. But the reason why they did and kind of the story behind that is another fascinating piece that adds to what Star Wars was and became. So in the 1950s, the movies were dying, and it kind of sounds similar to what we talk about today, because there was a new invention in everybody's house called the television. So nobody was going to the movie theaters. So the theaters were trying to figure, and the production places were like, we got to figure out a way to get people into the seats. So the first one to come out was CinemaScope. Now, CinemaScope, what basically all it was a new lens. They added a lens to it that basically rotoscoped when you're filming it. And then when they did the technology to rotoscope it back to the screen. Now, it was probably one of the first mainstream versions of widescreen format. It changed the screen vision, so it elongated it. It made it look better. Now, a lot of the theaters didn't necessarily like this because they had to change the theaters, and you sometimes had to take out seats. And so they were all about making money, but it was a way to get people back in. That was done by, I think that was Fox who did that. So VistaVision was kind of like hey, let's compete and try it. So VistaVision did something really cool with keeping the same technology, to where they started filming with that 35 millimeter film, but flipped sideways. So I have just a quick picture just to kind of, so you can understand.
If you got a picture, yeah,
it's just a quick picture so you can visualize. So if you look to the right, that's the regular 35 millimeter. You can see that single square. It's almost a 1-to-1 ratio. Now, when you flip it sideways, basically it's slightly different than the 1-to-1 ratio, but the picture is twice the size. So it's almost a version of high def. Now they're able to do this, and it makes the movies look way better, but the production cost goes through the roof because you have to use twice as much film, and film is not cheap. Because if you figure for a standard 2-hour movie, you're talking anywhere from 20 to 60 hours worth of film footage.
Well, they didn't even make 2-hour movies back then because of the cost. So that's why everything was 90 minutes.
So even with that, it's way too expensive.
Which is fucking crazy. Like literally, like now that you just said that, and you just said 90 minutes. I didn't even think about that shit. Like it wasn't even in my mind that. See, you on mute.
Yeah, all the problems that don't exist now, right? Like now you're like,
digital.
I need another SD card.
Right. Yeah, it's crazy. I never even thought like, damn, movies are 90 minutes, but I didn't really realize why. Now I know why. I'm like, oh shit, okay, well, that's the reason.
Well, and the other thing is that so they're competing with this. So VistaVision starts to go away because it's way too expensive. Part of the other problem with CinemaScope, though, is that 20th Century Fox owned the rights to that rotoscope technology. So if you were not in their production house, you had to pay them a piece of the action to use the technology. It wasn't until Panavision comes out and changes the technology and says, all you got to do is buy the camera and it's all here. So Panavision, once it comes out, CinemaScope and Panavision all go away. So that's the thing. But the guys at ILM pull it off the shelf and dust it off. Because when you're doing special effects, you have to put layer upon layer upon layer upon layer. And if you're doing normal 35 millimeter standard format, it starts to look fuzzy. If you flip it sideways, because you're only doing special effects, so you don't need to use a ton of film because they're only these small shots. You can do that in VistaVision. It's basically high def in almost the same scalable format. So when it's high def, you can layer them on top of each other and it doesn't delete the quality of the image and it looks way better. And that was them pulling old tech off the shelf, dusting it off and going, we can use this to make what we're doing happen. And it's again, a stroke of genius. Because who would have thought, like, let's pull this old tech off the shelf because it will make what we're doing look better. And it did. And they used VistaVision all the way up until the digital age.
Dang. That's crazy.
Crazy. Just to kind of, and this is the Dykstra and those guys. Like, you know, for a bunch of just goof around kids, because they were kids, they made movie magic like we would have. And as we said, it set the course of cinema until modern day.
Yeah, this is them doing the shit. Like, look at this, like putting up cameras on like X-wings, and like they're just figuring it the fuck out, dude. And it's so awesome, man, to see it, dude. Like, it really is. And this is what Ed was talking about, the scope vision, but like,
Yeah.
you know, like all that shit. Like, dude, they did a lot, man, a lot for what we watched today. I just think these first two episodes were really, really. I didn't want to spend a lot of time on everything, but again, watching these guys at work, and again, like, to me, one of the person at ILM to me was like, I really kind of like gravitated towards, was always like Joe Johnson and Phil Tippett. And like, you know, Joe Johnson, the way that you didn't even realize how good of an artist he actually fucking was. And the way that he did things was just like, wow, like he's a triple threat. And then come to find out, after New Hope, Lucas was like, hey, I'm gonna send you to film school. I think was it after New Hope or was it Empire? I can't even remember. And right to film school he went, and then he added something else to his resume. And like, that's, to me, that's awesome. And even Phil Tippett, you know, the way he created the monsters, and you know, the hollow chest creatures, him and was it David Murin, the way they did that stuff, I think, again, to this day, like, I think it's still awesome to see it, and to like, you know, just watch that shit like firsthand. It's really cool, man. And there's things that like Lucas watched other movies and said he didn't want to do this. I think it was like Space Odyssey or something. I can't remember what it was, or Logan's Run or something. And like, there was a chess set, and it was like, okay, well, they use people,
Stole
and
his
we don't.
idea.
Right. We don't want to use people, so we're gonna end up doing it like this with the monsters. And I thought that was, and the way they created those monsters, that, and again, they were just sitting around in the background, and Lucas comes in and is like, hey, what are these? Oh, you guys do stop motion. Oh, let's use it.
Think about with him wanting to use live action people, because we see that the next year, that's what's running across the desk on the holiday special. That's what the chess set would have looked like.
Oof. Awful.
I mean,
that would have been awful.
That was his exact idea.
Yeah.
Just
so.
Yeah. You know, the other thing too, which is kind of cool, and this is just kind of that the old man in me talking to all the young kids. You young kids, like, these guys were willing to do anything, and they all helped each other. It wasn't like, oh no, that's not my job. Like, my job is, I'm just the model maker. You know, you may have been the model maker, but if one of them reached out and said, hey, I need some help over here with the camera work, or I need some help over here doing some modeling for some stop motion, they're like, oh yeah, I'll come help. I mean, they all did everything.
That's something else different with today, because today, motherfucker would be quick to tell you that that's not their job.
Exactly.
It's out of my scope.
Talk to, not my job.
No.
Out of my scope.
Yeah. Lightning in a bottle.
Sure. I mean, anything else? Like, really, is there any like final thoughts on the like this? Like, again, Steve, I know you only watched the first episode. I hope you watch the second episode. And
I liked the first episode more than I thought I was going to. I just like all the different concept art stuff. So.
Yeah. You know, again, a little. I mean, I didn't know what was your favorite part, and like who really kind of stood out to you more. But you said Dykstra kind of stood out to you more.
Dykstra, yeah. I mean, Dykstra was. I mean, I knew he was part of it. I know that's kind of where like he really took off in his career, but I didn't realize how important of a piece he was.
Yeah,
You know,
in
like I said,
episode 1, Lucas kind of seems like a, I don't know, he's like just standing there with his glasses and his scarf. Like episode 1 doesn't really talk about George Lucas that much. He's just kind of this guy hanging out.
like this guy, like overarching kind of like
Yeah, like you did a movie about
monster.
cars in Modesto. Calm down.
Yeah,
Yeah, like yo, that too, like his accident, that car accident. Did you see like the way that car was smashed into bits?
yeah.
And like holy shit, like yo, that and it's funny because when every time I hear Modesto, I think of Steve. it doesn't
Yeah, I was like,
it doesn't matter what it's like. Modesto, like Steve was like, Steve, he lived there. Like
Yeah,
that,
I lived there for the first half of the show.
do they celebrate George Lucas there? Like, do they like? Oh, they do.
Yeah.
Okay. I never knew that. Like, I didn't
They
didn't
have
know.
at least one day a year where they do like they drive the cars slow. What is that, like cruising?
Yeah.
They do that down the main road the way they did in the movie. So
No, cool. I'm surprised they don't got a statue of George Lucas in Modesto.
they
You would
might,
think they would.
I don't know. Yeah, but he kind of claimed the Bay Area, and us inland people, we don't fuck with the Bay Area people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, my bad.
So there's a little bit of beef there.
Say less.
Fucking flatlanders. That's what we call them.
Yeah, I mean, again, overall, like I enjoy a little. There was one person that was in here, and I thought you would have probably gravitated towards it more. And I forgot what his name was. Ed, you can remind me. He did all the matte paintings, but his father worked for Disney.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his name now, but
Is it Harrison Elshaw? Was it Elshaw? I can't remember if it was. I can't remember exactly. But his father was Peter Elshaw, and Peter Elshaw did all the paintings for all the Disney movies. Like that shit was like it just again, he was known at Disney.
Well, right. There's a big Disney connection here with George. Like overall, like his love for Disney, and you'll see it in episode 3. Like he's got a giant Mickey Mouse on his desk. It's like when everybody's like, why would he sell it to Disney? I'm like, because George always. I mean, why did he have Star Tours in Disney?
Because
George
Disney
always
offered
loved Disney.
him the most money.
I think he would have taken less just to have it go to Disney.
I think so too. I agree.
I might even have said he probably did. Who knows at that point? Like because he wanted Disney to,
Yeah,
he would have never gave that shit to Warner Bros. Or Universal.
What kind of a world would it have been like? Netflix bought Star Wars.
I mean, today would have been different, right? Like if it was up for sale today, like
Amazon.
Amazon.
Different. There's a different mentality to those studios now.
Now let me ask you,
Amazon. If shit was on sale today, Amazon would put up quite the fight.
Now, let me ask you this question though, because this is probably a conversation. Do you think Disney would ever sell Star Wars?
No. Why?
I'm just asking. Like I'm just asking you the question.
It's too integrated.
It's like the Blob, right? It just keeps growing.
Yeah.
It just keeps grabbing shit that's near it. Oh, I'm gonna grab you too. Getting a little bigger. I'm gonna grab you too. It never shrinks.
Right.
It just keeps absorbing more and more.
And the crazy part is, as much as people fucking hate the fucking movies, they still go to fucking Disney to go see that Star Wars shit, dude. It does not matter what it is.
And they still buy the merch. They still buy.
Yep.
I mean, it's. That's the thing. Like again, we talked about it last week on the show. We talked about it this like it's an IP that is bigger than just a film.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's what Disney does best. Their IPs are bigger than films. Other studios try. Other studios have had some success, but the IP is bigger than the film. Even when people talk like Rob Liefeld went on the internet talking about like, oh, Sony's making all the money here, and I'm like, okay, like he's like, they never make the same money off merch and licensing. I'm like, yes, they do. I don't know what you're talking about, just because maybe you didn't have the experience, or Todd is at a different level, but like they get 25% of the movie profits and all the licensing, all the cartoons, all this, and it's like, yeah, it adds up. Like, and their investment is a lot lower. So they're 25% investment to make the movie. What do they just make from this movie? And that's what it is. It's all about the IP. It's why Paramount is fighting like hell to buy Warner Brothers. They want the IP. Nothing to do with the studio. It's the IP.
Agreed.
Right? And there's IP that Disney gave up that I wish they never did. They had Power Rangers for a while, right? They had the Ninja Turtles in the 90s. The Ninja Turtles were in the theme parks. So it's all about holding an IP and when it's right. Because the problem was at the time some of these studios had these IPs, it wasn't right.
Thanks, Pat. I want to say thanks, Pat. I appreciate you, bro. It believe me, it goes on and on.
So that's why I don't think they'll ever sell, because it makes no financial sense, and I don't think.
Nope,
I agree.
Unless the world hit, okay, maybe never, right? Because if the world changes into some kind of dystopian future and like they have to sell it for something, sure, there could be something, but no, I don't. I think
they have the two biggest IPs in the world. Like there's no other IP I think is greater than Marvel and Star Wars.
But
Sony, their own IP.
Sony still has the rights to Spider-Man, and you just saw the numbers that Spider-Man put out. Like Marvel
by itself,
Marvel needs
Spider-Man. But that's what I said. Like that's what I said. That they have a stake in it, right? They currently have a stake in it. Sony can pull that stake, but the problem is Sony could try to go off on their own.
They're not going to risk
it. People are not going to follow it as strongly, right? Like you put in this movie, every one of Tom Holland's movies had a Marvel hero in it.
I agree. They would be shit without fucking Tony Stark, without fucking the Hulk, without the Punisher, without Captain. Yeah. Like, yo, listen, you ain't gonna get the same shit out of this. And we all know it.
That's how the formula works now.
But that goes back again to the IP piece, right? You got to be multiple quadrant. You got to do it. And again, other studios do it, but not this good. And that's.
I just think
you said Disney hold 3 of the biggest IPs because they hold their own with Mickey Mouse and all that.
I agree.
Even though the 90.
I don't really count that though. Yeah, I don't really count that because that's their IP.
It's probably more.
I agree.
How many times you walk down the street and no matter where you go, you're seeing somebody with a Mickey Mouse t-shirt on?
And The Simpsons, not as crazy, but like The Simpsons is a huge IP. And they got that too.
Dude, I just think, and I think we had a discussion years ago that like without Star Wars, we probably wouldn't get half of the shit that we've seen today. And maybe it would be, but I don't think so. I think with these,
it would be different.
I agree.
It would be different, right? We would be in an alternate timeline where some other movie ignited some other trend, right? It would be different.
These 10 people created fucking movie magic. And they need to be, I really think that they need to be on a fucking pedestal for entertainment and for everything in the world because they have created something that the world enjoys fucking 40 to 50 years from then. Like now it literally is ridiculous, man. It's amazing to me. Like I can't, what I mean? It's just like, fuck, dude, those guys, they're you only hear a certain amount of them, but they really should be moralized in entertainment, literally.
That's the thing is when it comes to special effects and movies, their name and maybe it will happen over time, but their names should basically be there with like Jobs, Wozniak, and Gates.
I agree.
Like founding fathers of what we visually see on screen today.
I agree. If I didn't know, if I probably didn't watch this documentary, I really didn't know a lot about Richard Edlund. I didn't know a lot about John Dykstra, like Lil said. Like, and I already knew about Phil Tippett and Joe Johnston, even Lauren Peterson. Like, like all those guys, man, you just don't fucking know. And now after watching this documentary, you fucking know who they are. Like more people should watch this shit. Like I really think it's and I'm pretty sure Star Wars fans have watched it, but there's other people out here who don't know. And you know, it's just
It'll give a different perspective for
agreed.
those who didn't know, especially if we're like in April. I'm sure there will be a handful of them in attendance.
Agreed. So again, first 2 episodes, Light and Magic, great hero for me. I can't wait to talk about the 3, 4, and the rest of them going forward till we get to season 2. And again, season 2 is very short, but it's something to talk about. Like again, it goes further than that. So it was really cool.
We haven't even done all the movies.
No, we still got Jedi to do, but I was just waiting. I was kind of waiting. Like this is a little filler until we really get this, to get Jedi, and this could lead up to Jedi, to be honest.
I was already in the middle of rewatching Andor, which rolled right into Rogue One, which because of this rolled right into A New Hope. And just again watching that first crawl and the entry of the blockade runner and the Star Destroyer is pure movie magic.
I agree.
Even 50 years later, it's beautiful.
I agree, dude.
Thank you, ILM.
I can't wait to watch the original in theaters. Like I'm gonna go see it. Like I have to. Just because. All right. That's it, man. We said it all. We did it all. Ed, thank you for your screenshots. Steve, thank you for watching. I'm glad you watched it. I did not know you watched it, so it's good to know you did watch it as well. I appreciate that. All right. That's it. Like, subscribe, a little sleep. So I want him to go to bed sooner than later. That's it. Check us out here next week. We will be reviewing episode 3 and 4 of Light and Magic. And that is it. Make sure you again like, subscribe. Check us out this Saturday. I don't know what we're talking about, but I'm pretty sure we're talking about something. Well, but I guess D23.
All the news comes out on Friday.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. This is Sean.
This is Lil.
This is Steve.
And this is Ed.
Thank you, Past Fan. And may the force be with you.
Always.
14!